name is Buddy Braveheart Wallace. I fight out of Oakdale MMA under my professor Tom TUFFNUFF with the Last Stand Fight team. Growing up in Oakdale is great. California could be a dangerous place, but we're in a cool little pocket. We're self-proclaimed the cowboy capital of the world. The biggest thing that happens here is the rodeo, so it's cool. We're on the countryside of the 209, and it's a cool place to grow up. I got my start in MMA back in 2009. I played football all the way to MJC, and I didn't get a scholarship right away, so I did a couple pancration fights. That's where a professor noticed me in San Francisco. I beat this guy that looked like he should have whooped me, so he invited me to come train. Unfortunately, I got a scholarship to go to school in the Midwest, so I waited 2 years, finished my football, and as soon as I came back, he was kind enough to sponsor me. He saw that in me, and I've been training here ever since. There's not just one moment where I knew I could be a fighter. Fighting's kind of been my whole life. I probably still owe my elementary school detention time because I'd get in a fight before lunch and after lunch every day. And one of my oldest memories, I was probably 4 or 5 years old. My dad was in a street fight, and he was already beating the guy. He knocked him and had his pants down to his ankles. As the guy was pulling him up, I ran up behind him and shoved him. My dad KO'd him and patted me on the back, you know, like good boy, you know. So it's always been in my blood, you know. So the hardest thing about being a fighter, I got 4 sisters. I got 9 nieces and nephews. I've had to miss some time with family, you know, and I just had my first daughter, Goldie Lane. She just turned 6 months today. So I have a busy schedule. I work a 9 to 5. My wife works a 9 to 5. So after my 9 to 5, I have to go to the gym and train another 2.5 hours. So that's the hardest thing for me, is that missed time with family. The advice I'd give to my younger self, excuse my language, but I'd tell him, fuck around and find out. Because the hardest lessons I've learned is through failure and through hardships in life and in fighting. So there's no secret to life, you know. I would just tell them, go through it, do your best, and you'll turn out all right. My goal when I started MMA is the same now as when I started. I've just always wanted to test myself against top-level opponents and see what I'm capable of, and I've been doing that now, and I want to continue for as long as I can. Being a father now, as a fighter, I've been fighting for years already, but I feel like it's just opened a new gear for me. You know, I've always wanted to help my family and provide, you know, but it's on a whole nother level now, and I'm really taking it serious, where before I was just doing it for fun, and it's still fun to me, but I'm definitely switching it into a higher gear at this point. The biggest takeaway from my career is all the support I've had from my friends, family, fans. Having these moments of greatness, getting to share these experiences with all these people, that's really what I do it for. I don't care about the money or the accomplishments, you know, the belts, all that. That's all fun, but getting to share a special moment with all these people, that means the most to me. When people look at my career, I just want them to look at it as someone who strived to be great, you know. I feel like I've already been living on borrowed time. Before I was even 2 years old, my parents found me drowned in a pool, and I was completely blue. My dad pushed on me, and I spit up so much water that he thought I was gone, but my mom heard the voice of God telling her to breathe into me, and with no training, she brought me back to life. By the time they got me to the hospital, I'd ripped my IV out and was tracking blood all through the hallways, so I feel like I've always been striving to do something great with my life, and that's all I want to be remembered for is a normal guy who just did his best to be special.
Representing O'Day.